All right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. Coming to you live as the markets have just opened and everyone is panicking over the drop. Hey everyone, welcome. Everyone is panicking over the drop in the price of Bitcoin. So we are going straight to the chart. It looks like the Ethereum hard fork has not imploded their chain, which is unfortunate, but hey, life goes on. So let's see what the price of Bitcoin is doing. Oh, I have this page up. This is my travel schedule. I will be heading to Mexico as of the 9th, but I will be in Los Angeles just to see the mask and lockdown crazies in their natural environment for the weekend. I may or may not do something public. If I find a bar that allows humans, maybe I'll tweet out. So just keep an eye on my Twitter. If I end up doing something publicly, I may try to do a last minute dinner somewhere in the vicinity, somewhere between Anaheim and Los Angeles. So just keep an eye on my Twitter. And if I end up doing something last minute, that's how, it's not going to be any registration or anything like that. It will be like, hey, I got, reserve the table for like 6. So like the first 4 people to message me will, get a spot or something. I'm not planning, like it's just pain in the ass to plan anything these days, including conferences. But I will be in Mexico and then Miami on the 18th to speak at, I got to slightly change the link so you guys can register for that. And then BitBlock boom, and then October in Dubai. All right, let's go to charts. Let's go to the weekly chart. Has the weekly chart changed from yesterday's show? And the answer is absolutely not. The weekly chart remains identical as yesterday's show. Oh, Motorist is going to be in LA on the 8th. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, Motorist. I'm driving down to Mexico on the 9th. So maybe we can drive down together. I know you're on a motorcycle. So it'll be a friend of me and someone renting a car out of San Diego, and then we're going to drive across the border. So let's coordinate on that. Yeah, I might go down to OC. I don't know. Like I said, I have to get there. I have to see what's going on, and then I'll evaluate whether other humans are allowed to join me for food without a mask. Okay, anyway. So the weekly chart has not changed. The weekly chart turned medium-term bullish early last week when we started breaking above the prior week's high. Today's candle remains above both moving averages. It's just a little bit of a pullback. It's not even halfway through the prior week's candle. Now, I've made both the bullish and the bearish case for the weekly chart. It has slightly more bullish bias than bearish bias, with critical resistance sitting at 44,000. The daily chart is the big kahuna here. So yesterday, everything was looking absolutely perfect with the bounce off the 38 period moving average. The 38% Fibonacci line, not the 38 period moving average. I'm crazy. So everything looked perfect right off this bounce on the 38% Fibonacci line. At one point, we pretty much hit 40,000. So that was a $2,500 move in about 1 day. That was a sign that the 1 to 4 candle correction has ended, and we are now entering a move back to the prior swing high. Today's candle looks like it has destroyed that view, but not yet. And the point here is not yet. The day is not over. The day is only half over. And that is why at any position, unless it's a true catastrophic day, which this is not yet, because this day has only taken us back to the area of original support. Now, once again, nothing in trading is simple. And what we have is a bit of a conflict in the way I look at TA. And that has to do with the lower level timescales. While we are holding the 1 hour MRI support, it doesn't look like it's going to hold. We got, what, 8 minutes to go, and this thing closes like $5 lower. We are going to lose this support. The bigger problem for me, wow, look at that perfect rejection with the 200 period moving average on the 1 hour after being like support, rejection, rejection. Anyway, I do not like the double bottom situation. This is a double bottom. I wasn't a huge fan of the way this bottomed, being a little bit too consolidating, too many hits of this support of 37.7, and now coming back to it one more time only weakens this support level. So as you guys know, I don't like double tops. I don't like double bottoms. This is generally a situation where the bottom tends to break down or for a move to the downside. However, I am not panicking. I remain somewhat confident in the view that this 38% Fibonacci line will find a way to hold. Okay, I am not setting my stop losses in yet. And there's one more caveat here. I believe that the downside here is very limited. It is limited by the fact there is another Fibonacci line. It is limited by the fact there is the 50-period moving average. And this is already the 5th day of an MRI buy, which could potentially come a day early. It could also come a day late, of course. So I still see this as an area for support and a big turnaround in the price of Bitcoin. I am not at all anticipating the break of the $30,000 swing low. Now, I am holding GBTC. Yes, GBTC opened here at the lows. I am also looking at the trend of GBTC premium and the fact that no one has been buying into the trust in a very long time. So the moment there is any bullishness, this premium is going to break out above zero, causing this position to be more advantageous than just holding a Bitcoin position as far as percent return goes. Clearly not anonymity, not custody. There's other areas where GBTC is a terrible thing to hold, but there are advantages like the added profit from the GBTC premium going from negative to positive, and tax advantages when holding it in something like a Roth IRA. What is my probability of a breakdown? So the breakdown from here, the breakdown of going sub 37,000, let's say, right? So this line is at 37.7. So the probability of us going below, say, 37,000, which is here. So this way I'm not gonna, so here's 37,000. The probability of us going below 37,000 is, I believe, is actually slightly greater than 50%, maybe 55%, 55, 60% that we go below this area. But my probability that we go below this area here of 36,000 is incredibly low. I still see this as a shakeout and a reversal back to the upside fairly quickly, like imminently, like later this week at the worst. Like I'm still pretty damn bullish. I remain confident in my position, but my position is zero leverage. It is zero leverage position. So I have no problem holding that position, okay? Traders and dollar cost average people and longer term traders need to evaluate their risk parameters. Okay, so I'm gonna let this day play out. There's absolutely nothing that I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna wait for this day to play out and see how this day concludes. I still, like I said, from a time perspective, it's been enough time pain and price pain on this mini bear in the middle of a bull market. So now we can look at, if we take the top, I think I have to hold shift. We fell 53%, a little lower on the swing, 55% on a swing low. Now the low came in about 100 days, so a little over 3 months. But now we're still fairly low. We're still sitting at a 40% correction, and now it's been 4 months. Okay, so by the time we get back to these highs of 50,000 plus, it will probably be 6 months at least. In the middle of a bull market, that is a lot of time pain. In the middle of a bull market. In a bear market, that's not enough time pain. But in the middle of a bull market, that is a decent enough time pain. And we clearly had enough price pain with a 50% correction. It's always about time and price. Now, I also see this as a good development that the moving averages are going to be a little bit more spread out, making it easier to break the moving averages to the upside. I believe this is the time to hold that strong hand and that strong hodl position. And if we can get to an MRI buy this weekend, that's going to be just an even better opportunity to buy the dip, in my view. I do not anticipate the break of the 50-period moving average. All right, let's glance at other markets. Maybe I'll look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart had a perfect MRI buy right here. So with any MRI buy, the initial reaction should be a 1 to 4 candle correction to the in the opposite direction, and then you reevaluate the position. In this case, we had exactly a 4 candle move to the upside, and then we had a doji candle, and it all turned down. The 4-hour chart does not look bullish at all. However, there is some support here between the MRI support, just like on the 1-hour scale, and the Fibonacci line on the daily scale. So there's still a chance that this bounces the price, even though the odds are slightly against it because the price is more important than all other indicators. And the price creating the double bottom is slightly favoring more downside in the very short term. Bitcoin dominance is being crushed mostly by Ethereum. Gold futures continue to plummet. What happened here? Oh, wait, I'm on a 1-hour chart. Oh, the daily chart doesn't look any better. So, yeah, I don't know. Gold's doing something weird. I'd stay away from gold for now. Oil. Oil is just, it has to work out the weekly MRI tops, the monthly MRI tops. But I still think oil is going to go higher. It's inflation. Or about the S&P. That's a 10-minute chart. Let's go to the daily. I'm very bullish the S&P. Look at that monster consolidation, but I believe the weekly is on a top. The daily chart is very bullish, ready for a huge pop to the upside. But keep in mind the weekly chart. Oh, no, it's not on an MRI top yet. Never mind. Yeah, the S&P should break out to the upside. I don't know why I still have this. Clearly, we're way higher than that. I remain very bullish the stock market. I don't care what anyone else says. All right. Maybe I'll glance at your live chat and answer a question or two. I don't know what my moderators are up to. Maybe they'll post a question or two. And in the meantime, here's my calendar. Here's where I am the rest of August: Mexico, Miami, Texas. September is still kind of up in the air. I wanted to go to Europe, but I may not be able to go to Europe ever again for as long as I live. That's okay. There's Mexico and Africa will probably be the places to live in the future. My October schedule is crazy. I gotta keep you guys updated on this. The things might be changing a little bit. There's a reason why I haven't put it on sale yet. We're working out some red tape. Organizing a conference in Dubai has turned out to be a little more complicated than it was originally thought. But I'll keep everybody posted. Financial Summit is definitely still on. That would be in Ras Al Khaimah, November 6 to 12. You do fly into the Dubai airport. Check that out for traders and hedge funds. More info on this in Vegas for March. Well, assuming Vegas is even open. Well, this is Jimmy Song's workshop along with Giacomo's workshop in Mexico. Please check that out. I will be there. I will be attending Giacomo's workshop. That's cool. What is that? All right, more updates later on. Mempool is completely empty. So on-chain transactions remain very, very cheap. All right, anything from the live chat? Sand Snake, thank you. Kanan, your thoughts? Yeah, guys, if you want to catch my attention, since it doesn't look like I have many moderators posting questions, you may want to super chat those. I can really use the $1. Times are tough, but it'll catch my attention. It's the main reason for doing it. But you're welcome to support. Though the best way to support is if you're interested in trading, you can purchase one of the on-demand videos or the MRI. No more Malta. Well, I think no more Malta for unvaccinated vermin-like rats. No more Malta for them because Malta mandates vaccinations. All right, Kanan. No, there are no sovereign nations left because if a president or a prime minister decides to create a sovereign nation, he dies mysteriously of either an illness or a suicide. I've already mentioned that the dollar isn't really correlated with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is too speculative. BTC is pumping. Really? It's better than nothing. Guys, stay patient. The biggest problem for a trader is learning to be patient. Canaan is doing well. I am bullish on Canaan stock for a couple of more days. We have broken the MRI resistance line. Look how well this MRI support line was not broken in this whole downturn. And we've broken the resistance line, which means we are more likely to go higher. Did not work out in this case, but should work out in this case. Now, the weekly is very early to the trend. The monthly is still bearish. I would be more bullish than bearish on Canaan. We smoke Bitcoin. Thank you so much for your generous super chat donation. Q&A today? No, not today. I'm a little too busy today, but Adnan, go ahead, throw a question or two in now. I won't have time for a private Q&A today. I did it yesterday. What do I think of the Bitcoin dominance chart? I think people are stupid. That's basically my general opinion on the Bitcoin dominance chart. This shows me that 45% of all the people in crypto are complete imbeciles. Tone, what do you think of the bit? Oh, yeah, that's the same question. I don't care for wedges. I like triangles. I like what Hungary's doing. You know, Hungary fought back against the EU on allowing, illegal immigrants. Hungary is fighting back against the EU and EU telling Hungary how to raise their children. I mean, Australia is just telling the children to stay away from their parents. I mean, that's one solution. I mean, Australia is just wow. Wow. Tone, can you give your thoughts on being a sailor on a sailboat? And now that we live in 1984, I don't know. It's they'll get you. They'll get you in the middle of the ocean. They don't care. McAfee tried it. That didn't last very long. I mean, it's a difficult life. I don't know. Like, you need a big boat. You need like your own like small-ish cruise ship that somehow gets all its needs by staying in the middle of the ocean and just sending a smaller boat to the mainland to pick shit up. Because you don't want your boat anywhere near the shore because they'll confiscate. You know, and if they don't like you, they'll just surround you with military warships and just confiscate your cruise ship. Like it's the problem is your leaders are tyrannical tyrant communists. That's the problem. Like, you're not going to get away from it until there is another global revolution. The US Constitution is very good. It's just that the leaders don't want to follow it. I mean, look at what Biden's done. He's like, all right, how do we get around these ridiculous freedoms for the people? Like it's a document that they both do it, right? Like, here's why I was a Trump supporter. I believe that in the last 100 years, Trump was the only president that actually believed in the Constitution. I don't believe any other president in the last 100 years of American history, they all saw the US Constitution as infringing on their ability to rule. And the reason why I think Trump is the best president America had in the last 100 years is because he's the only one that actually believed the Constitution is a good thing and not a problem for his ruleship. It is really that simple as to why I was a Trump supporter. All right, what are we doing? Look, the only reason why Republicans are really good right now is because they're anti what the leftists are doing. When Bush was president, I hated what he was doing. I was not supporting Republicans during the George W. Bush days. Trust me, I was not a supporter of the Iraq War. I was not a supporter of the what do you call them? The Patriot Act. Well, like Bush did a lot of bad stuff. So during the Bush years, the Democrats that were fighting the Bush administration were obviously trying to do the good things. Now that the Democrats are in charge, Republicans are trying to do good things. So, like I said, if Republicans, if a Republican that's been a lifelong politician gets into power next, and it's not someone like DeSantis, it's going to be the same bullshit, but in the opposite direction. Right? Like if some lifelong politician Republican becomes president and Republicans control the Senate and the House, then they're just going to look at all of the tyrannical laws that the Democrats put in, and they're just going to go like this. Ooh, we like this. We love the surveillance. We love the vaccine passports. You know, the problem is lifelong politicians. That's the problem. Again, this is why Trump was different. Yeah, I agree. Government parties are there to give you the illusion of choice. I think both Republicans and Democrats are equally bad when you have lifelong politicians, but there are a few people that think independently. I believe DeSantis is a new line of those people. Rand Paul is pretty good, mostly because Ron Paul was excellent. And Ron Paul happened to be a Republican. Ron Paul could have been a Democrat, but he's more of a Republican. Someone is asking why not the Toronto ETF? Because it's a Toronto ETF. It's, I mean, that's not where all the liquidity is. And it's a pain in the ass. Like, in order for me to hold the Toronto Bitcoin ETF, it took me like 2 weeks to get the right permission. Oh, Bitcoin's rallying. There it goes. There it goes. Let's see if it can get mustered. If Bitcoin closes the day above 40,000, holy shit, is it going to run higher? I mean, this was just a short-term shakeout for the crazies. Like I said, I'm staying patient. I'm staying bullish. Conservatives will win the midterms. I'm not sure about that. Remember, guys, I have zero confidence in the US election going forward that Republicans will ever take control of any of the not three branches, but the two branches of Congress or the presidency, because they own the machines. They own the machines. I mean, if they own the machines, that's it. I don't believe that Republicans will get elected because the Democrats own the machines. This is Venezuela, Hugo Chavez all over again. And it's the same machines. All right, we're just watching GBTC. I can go to the 1 hour chart. That looks like incredible support right there. Again, I don't like the double bottom nature of this. But I am staying optimistic that we should be at a new all-time high this week. Not all-time high. Sorry. Swing high. Swing high. Everyone keeps asking about Ethereum. So let's look at Dogecoin. That's not looking too good. Weekly MRI buy. Come on, Elon, tweet something. Make my indicators look good. The chart looks terrible, but hey, the crash in Dogecoin could slow down. Ethereum is breaking out versus Bitcoin. I do not believe it will break the prior swing high. I believe this will turn. How's Monero doing? It's the same price where it was when we did the show about Ethereum being a shitcoin. Sorry, not Ethereum, XMR. Ethereum is also a shitcoin. Litecoin, I may win that bet sooner than later. This is my bet on Litecoin that it will cross this line before it crosses that line. 0.003 versus 0.008. All right, enough shitcoining. Back to Bitcoin. Oh, think we're still rallying. We are. We are. How's the 10-minute chart? Hey, I should change my background. We're not burning under a fiery flame anymore. Do I have the opposite? Do I have like unicorns jumping around? There you go. Can we draw a descending multi-year trend on Ethereum? Yes, you can do that for every single shitcoin in the world. Have you seen the YouTube video from ex-KGB Yuri Bezmenov? Yes, many times. I've tweeted it out. I've cut out snippets of it and tweeted those out. I mean, he's right, but everyone usually gets the time wrong. It's the time. Everyone always underestimates time. Yeah, I've seen the whole video. I've tweeted out the whole video. Yeah, good luck, because you ain't gonna see these videos in the future because they'll get censored. All right, here goes Bitcoin. I'm still bullish right here. Next set of resistance is at 38.9. This is the 10-minute chart. I don't think I'll stick around long enough to see this on this live stream. The MRI is still bullish on a 10-minute scale. Can drop it down to 5 minutes. I think the fork has already happened. I'm not a fan of the creature from Jackal Island. Tone, haven't seen your videos in a while. Do you think 28K was the bottom and ready for all-time high? Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do. No, I don't want to look at shit coins I've never heard of. All right, I want to see one more green candle here, and then we're probably going to call it a day. Go to a 10-minute chart. Looking at your live chat, guys. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Malta in September. I mean, I have some business I need to do in Malta, and now I have a big problem. If I go to Malta, I may have to quarantine for 2 weeks, which is not going to be fun. And that's not like only 28 pages are redacted from the 9/11 report, not 280. I don't really care about Reddit. I never did. AMD. Whoa. Whoa. If that's an MRI top, man, it's really overextended. It blew past the MRI tops on weekly and daily. I would have expected it to top. It did not. I'd stay away from it at this point. I think it's a little overextended and is due for a pullback, but I would not have been able to properly time the pullback. I'm still live right here. Back to the 10-minute chart. Waiting for the candle to go green or the next one. Well, I have a bet that Bitcoin will hit 100K by the end of the year. So obviously, my probability that Bitcoin is at a new high in Q4 is very high. When am I coming to Florida? In about 10 days. Just look at my calendar, guys. If you go to tonevays.com and you click on calendar, you will see exactly when I'm coming to Florida. I'll be speaking at an event called Epic Talks, but I need to put a link in. So right after the show, or maybe I can do it right now. Hold on. Let me edit it. Let me edit something. Need to edit something real quick. Where's my calendar? Oh, events. I wasn't calendar. Miami Epic Talks. All right, I just changed the URL. So if I close this and I open a new one, let's not do that. And you go to calendar. And now if you click on it, and you click on it, it should take you to a registration page. I haven't tested this yet. Yep, right there. So that's the event, 7 to 10 p.m. If you want, I'm speaking on a panel. Epic Talks does awesome events. So check that out. I'll be down in Miami for this. It's just an evening event. And I'm planning to stay in Miami the rest of the week. So planning to, doesn't mean I will, but now I'm planning to stay in Miami the rest of the week until I go to Texas. And then I might be back in Miami. The only two states to be is Miami and Texas, maybe Wyoming and South Dakota. That's it. That's the list. There's nowhere else for an American to be and support communist dictators other than like those 4 states. Miami, Texas, South Dakota, Wyoming. That's the list. All right, here we go. Let's see a new high, and then we're going to end the video. New Hampshire. New Hampshire is okay. New Hampshire is okay. Yeah, New Hampshire is pretty good. We can add New Hampshire to the list. Unfortunately, you're too close to Massachusetts, and New York, which are both shitholes. At least Florida, Texas, and like South Dakota is surrounded by normalness. New Hampshire's got too many communists around them. They're going to take you over. You don't have enough guns. And you have Canada bordering you too. Get ready for the communist invasion. The Bolsheviks are coming. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna get my green candle right now. Actually got to get some work done. Can't stay on live stream forever. Yeah, that's the problem. You know, like Californians are spreading everywhere, but the Massachusetts crazies are spreading into New Hampshire. You guys are too far and too cold for the Californians. So you have your own socialist invasion problem out in New Hampshire. It's Massachusetts. Like even the Republicans are straight up socialists. Look at Romney. Yeah, I feel bad for the people in that prison island, formerly known as Australia. All right, Super Chat, Nikola Corporation. What do they do? Is that like a competitor to Tesla? Not good. Not good at all. Wow. It's like a shit coin. No, I wouldn't touch this. I'd wait at least till the break of the prior swing high, which is at 1750-ish. Square. Ooh, I like this. You know, it's in this band. I would love one more pullback to 240 and then a challenge of the highs. You can see how there is a weekly MRI top right here. I wouldn't mess with it right now. I like the overall structure, but this thing has just gone up a lot in a short amount of time. So I would not mess with this MRI top. 50% in a few months is a lot. So it's in a band. It needs to stay in this band a little bit longer. Like it needs to stay in this band longer, needs to pull back to the middle of the band. And then if it reverses, then it becomes, you know, a nice buying opportunity for a big breakout. But I don't think that breakout's coming now. I think it's just got overextended already. All right, here we go. I'm waiting for a new high 10-minute close. I'd love to stick around to watch the MRI top on a 10-minute chart, but that's like another 20, that's like another 40 minutes. So I'm not going to do that. I got shit to do. NVDA, Square, or PYPL. Is that PayPal? NVDA looks good. Could be another breakout in the making. Also a little overextended, but I like this better. Look at that beautiful MRI top on NVDA and bottom. And, you know, it's topping on a daily scale. I think this is better. I like NVIDIA here. and PayPal I like the bounce off the MRI support. Didn't quite get to an MRI buy, but I like it here. I like these two for a bullish trade a little bit more than AMD. I just think that one's a little bit overextended. Wait, was it AMD or was it Square? I'm already forgetting. Yeah, I like it a little bit more than Square. I think Square is just a little bit overextended right now. And at an MRI weekly top. All right, back to the 10-minute chart. Come on, new swing high. All right, guys, I think it's time to get going. I know I probably still have a bunch of viewers. Not that many people left over my political commentary. Oh, shit, here it comes. Here it comes. Come on, give me a closing high. You got 46 seconds. $30 seconds. Just needs to break 3,500. Sorry, 38,500. Three, two, one. We came close. 38.95. We almost did it. It's all right. We'll do it now. There it is. The swing high is 38,525, and we are at 38,529. New high. There it is. All right, guys. I remain of the same belief I was yesterday that this is the swing low. Yes, we went a little bit lower today. I didn't panic. I stayed confident. I saw the worst case scenario as being a few more days of downside into the moving average. Let's see how this candle closes. If this candle closes green, if we are above 40,000 by end of day, that would be incredibly bullish. Now, remember, the count will probably still stay red. We need to get, I don't know, the count will flip green. Excellent. Right. All we got to do is close today above 40,000. And we have, we're flipping the count to green. The 1 to 4 candle correction would stand, assuming that is your high, the candle after the MRI top. I'm still sticking with my bullish convention that we have bottomed at the 38% Fibonacci. We are headed back into the $42,000 swing high, might pull back a bit and then break out. This could also be happening a lot faster than my arrows. It's possible that it's all slower. I mean, no idea. All right, back to the 10-minute chart. Boom. Look at that. This is your resistance right here. The 38.9. I didn't really want to get there before an MRI top, but it looks like we just might. Because an MRI top's coming in about 30 minutes. Got about 30 minutes to go on a 10-minute scale for an MRI top, a little bit of a pullback, and then probably higher. I'm still confident we can close about 40,000 today. The daily close takes place at 7 or 8 p.m. New York time. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 8, based on the stupidity of changing clocks twice a year, which is one of the dumbest things humans do biannually. Sorry, twice annually. Literally one of the dumbest things we do. Well, no, I'm sorry. COVID has 800 dumber things that we do with COVID stuff. But prior to COVID, changing your clock twice a year was one of the dumbest things humans have done prior to taking away everyone's right to breathe during the COVID scamdemic. No, that's not exactly true. Arizona does change its clocks. In a quarter of your state changes the clock. So if you're in the northeast corner of Arizona, like the quarter of Arizona, the northeast corner that belongs to the Navajo Nation, changes their clocks. But inside the Navajo Nation, there's the Hopi Reservation that doesn't change their clocks. So it's actually hilarious. There's an awesome video by CGP Grey where he explains that if you drive through a 100-mile stretch of Arizona, you will have to change your watch 7 times. In 100 miles of road, you will have to change your watch 7 times. Yeah, I'll get that video for you guys. Yeah, here's the video. If you want to understand daylight savings time, you got to watch this video. Right there. Daylight savings time explained by CGP Grey. It's got 6.5 million views. And it's only 7 minutes, not even. Why they change the clocks? Because they're idiots. Tom, why not just go with UTC time? I don't know, because the stock market doesn't function on UTC time and it functions on New York time. And I'm just so used to New York time. No matter where I am in the world, I function on New York time because of the stock market. All right, let's see the price of Bitcoin. Still looking good. Did we break 30? I don't think we broke 39. We got as high as 38.7.5, 38.770. Man. All right, I'm gonna wait till the end of this candle and then this video ends. I want to see 39 broken. Maybe even in this candle. Look at that. We're rallying hard. We can close about 40K today, which would be great. It basically reestablishes pretty much everything. Like a 40K close is the new close versus the last 5 candles. Almost there. There it is. There it goes. What do we got? 38.9. Still got a minute and a half to go. That's resistance. But MRI says we can go higher. But that's a big swing. That's a big swing. That's a big move in 40 minutes. What would it take to make you want to reduce your position from 100% invested in Bitcoin right now? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. I wouldn't reduce it at this point. If Bitcoin drops more, I'd find a way to buy more. All right, breaking resistance. There's 2 levels of resistance. The moving average and the MRI resistance. Got to close above both of them. We already broke 39. No, we didn't. 38,935. Almost broke 30. Shit, maybe I am going to be live streaming into an MRI top. Both resistance held, both resistance breaking. Shorts are probably getting squeezed right now. Short-term shorts are being squeezed. How are the funding rates on the daily? Still favoring the bulls in general. This is looking pretty good. That was the low. Just briefly went below prior day's low. Irrelevant if we close at a new high. Relevant if that's where you set your stop loss. But I made it very clear, this is a longer term position. I was not going to take this stop loss. Not in this environment. We'd have to go below the moving average and close there for me to remove my 100% long. For me to remove my 100% long, we would need a sustained close below 35,000. No, all I need is a close above 40K. I don't need a close above 42K. 42K, like if we close above 40K, I'm like 95% confident we're closing about 42K in the very near future. People are asking, why am I so bullish all of a sudden? Because I see the current environment similar to this. We are here. Monthly chart. I should probably go to the weekly chart and just zoom out. I believe we are here, right here. I believe we are right now. We are like here. We're equivalent to July, August of 2013. And you're not going to get many chances. If anyone's wondering what this spike is, that is the shutdown of Silk Road. You never got a chance to buy Bitcoin at $100 again. Right here for 1 day, it's a weekly scale. For 1 day, you had a chance to buy it. 1 day. So once we broke back above 100, you had one additional day to buy it below 100, and then it never came close. Well, actually, it did come close eventually. Right here at 150 and right here at 150. That was years later. Years. To me, this is the $35,000, $40,000 zone right now. Right here. I see this environment. I think the low is in. 28K was the low, and now we're breaking up above 40. Still a while away from breaking above 65K, which is the equivalent of, say, 165 bucks. But once we did, it was, you know, straight up to 1,000 back then. Oh, pulled back a little bit. All right, guys, I need to get going. I can't keep doing this all day. Thank you all so much for watching. You can support by going to, well, the events that I'm at, or the events that I organize especially. There is a free learn trading section. The calendar is where I'll be going, so you can check that out. There is a private Q&A, which I kind of did publicly today. There's no workshops right now. There's the old on-demand videos from prior workshops, and of course the MRI indicator, those that would like to use it for their trading. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys. Good times. We started in bad times, but we finished in good times.